like to say 1 day, which means let's go, friends. I'm not the only one excited. John Boat friends, my name is Allison, and I'm going to be your spy guide driving today. Now, because this is a nighttime safari, for the safety of the animals and the comfort of those around you, please refrain from any flash photography or any source of light. I also do ask that you remain seated throughout the entire safari, even where you stop. This includes small children. Make sure they are either seated on your lap or on the seat next to you. Also, please do not call any of the animals over. Now, they are wild, and they will not come over. They most likely won't even react, so you'll just look silly calling them over. Now, we're just waiting for the all clear from the warden, but can we follow all those rules for me, friends? Yes! Ooh, exciting! This is gonna be fun! Well, looks like we have the all clear from the warden, so let's head right on into the reserve. Yay! Now, the first section of this reserve is called the Little Terry Forest. Home to many shy and inclusive animals. And these animals are also masters of camouflage, so you might not be able to see them first, but don't worry, I hope definitely point them out to your friends. Now, take a look on your right-hand side. That animal standing up in the middle. Looks like a zebra-like stripes on its legs and hindquarters. That's called an okapi, and it is not related to the zebra. It's actually close known relative to the giraffe, however, for its skull shape. Now, it also has a very long tongue like a giraffe. Its tongue's about 13 inches long. It can literally lick its own eyeball if it wants to. Personally, I would not want to lick my eyeball, but whatever makes it happy, I am not one to judge. Now, water malls such as this one is a very popular gathering spot. Plenty of animals like to gather around here and socialize. So let's see if we can find any animals hanging around here. Oh, speaking of, I see 2 black rhinos. There's one pressed against that back wall, but there's one a little bit closer to us. Looks like he's eating. Kind of looks like part of the back rock wall. Promise you that is a black rhino. Now they can go up to 3,000 pounds, and these are 2 of less than 5,000 in the world. Now they do not have any natural predators, but they are poached by humans for their beautiful horns. Their horns are made of keratin, the exact same protein that makes up your hair and fingernails. Now some studies believe that keratin has healing properties. There's no scientific evidence backing this up, but they still do believe it. In other societies, rhino horns are a symbol of wealth. The more horns you have, the wealthier you are. Very sad these animals are being poached just for a social status.
Are these 2 in the breeding program?
What was that?
Are these 2 in the breeding program?
Yes, we have 2 males and 1 female. I believe the female might be pregnant. I'm pretty sure. I'm not quite sure. I think we're 7 months pregnant.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. We're trying.
Well, I think she tried more.
Yeah. Seems like a pretty quiet night here in the forest. Hopefully we'll have more luck over at Safi River, which is our next destination. That Safi River is home to many aquatic animals, so make sure you keep your eyes down in the water while still remain seated, friends. Let's see what animals we can find over here today. No, I don't think I see anything on this side of the river.
It's like moving. The water was just
Oh, there we go. I see a float of Nile hippopotamus on the left-hand side. Now, hippos can hold their breath for 8 minutes at a time. You can usually get in the water during the day, but at nighttime you can catch them grazing the land. Now, they eat about 80 to 90 pounds of vegetation every day. Now, when out in sun for a very long time, they're going to start turning a little red. This is completely normal. They're not becoming sunburnt. It's actually the complete opposite. Now, their skin is giving up a red substance that will actually act like a sunscreen as well as a bug repellent. So it is a 2-for-1. Now all these birds on the island, those are called pink-backed pelicans. They get their name from the pink coloration that appears on the back during mating season. Now their wingspan is also about 7 to 9 feet wide, which is as wide as can't be above your head. Just to give you an idea of how big that really is. Pretty wide. Now it looks like we have to cross over a bridge. I hope it's straight enough to hold us because we are going above some Nile crocodile. Now, Nile crocodile can be about 16 to 20 feet in length, which is as long as a giraffe is tall. They can also weigh up to 500 pounds and eat half their body weight in just 1 meal. So that 1 meal can be about 250 pounds and lasts over 2 weeks long. Now on land, they can speed of 15 miles per hour, which is about twice as fast as we're going right now. So if we were to race one, we would lose by a landslide. So let's definitely not do that anytime soon, friends. I can only go 8 miles per hour, and that would just be embarrassing, losing to a crocodile. But right now we are leaving the river and making our way to the savannah. Now the savannah is a popular ecosystem where you can see popular animals such as hyenas, giraffes, elephants, cheetahs, lions, zebras, plenty of cool things. So definitely keep your eyes open, friends. Who knows what we'll be able to see today. Now because of the layout of the savannah, we can see animals from very far away. I do ask that you do not call any of these animals to me though, because trust me friends, I do see them. I just know we're going to get a little bit closer, so I'd rather hold off to talk about them so everyone can get a good look and no one has to sweat. Now we might get a little bit closer in just a second, but you're going to see a long, really tiny antelope on the right-hand side. Tan back, spiked belly, and dark brown stripe along the sides. Most of them are laying down, but there's one standing up. Those are one of my favorites. Those are called springbok. And they get their name from their ability to spring 6 feet in the air from a standing position and leap 13 feet in the air. And they're also one of the world's top 10 fastest animals, as they can get speeds of 50 to 60 miles per hour. So they were the smallest and the world's top 10 fastest animals. I think that's really neat. You can tell how fast they are based on how skinny their legs are. And both females and males do have horns, but the females' horns are much more slender than the males. Now take a look on your left-hand side. I do believe I see a hyena on top of that den.
A hyena? Where?
Yeah, just on top of that den. Kind of looks like a log. There's also one lying down right by that water hole on the left-hand side as well. Now hyenas are neither a cat or a dog, they're actually their own species. Now they can eat a third of their body weight, and they have so much powerful teeth and jaws, they can easily break their prey's bones. They'll even eat the marrow from the bones because they're full of nutrients. So although they do look all cute and cuddly, I definitely would not want to cuddle with one very vicious animals. Now even the lowest ranking female is still above the higher ranking male. So the females are always have more power than the males. Now, all these mounds we were driving by, these are called termite mounds, but they're made out of dirt, dung, dust, and saliva. After baking in the hot sun all day, they can become as hard as concrete. So larger animals, such as giraffes and elephants, will rub them against the taller ones, treating them somewhat like a scratching post, while smaller animals, such as the springbok, back on our right-hand side, will jump up on the smaller mounds, so they can get a better idea of what's in their area. Sort of like a lookout post.
Yeah.
He's in the road. There's a little, but there's a dead
So there's a little bit better view of those springbok.
Antelope. Antelope. Yeah, over there.
buffalo.
Buffalo. Yeah, there's a buffalo.
Yeah. Oh, look at them. Traffic jam.
Now these animals we are approaching took out my fear of wildebeest, and their names in Afrikaans means wild beast, and they're well known for their migrating patterns. About 1.5 million wildebeest will migrate 500 to 1,000 miles every year. Speaking of they're migrating right now, why did the wildebeest cross the road? Did you hear that joke before?
Oh, yeah.
How do you know the answer? It's to get to the other side, and to stop us, of course. Now, at nighttime you can catch them lying in rows facing all different directions. This is a defense mechanism. So just in case any predators come along and we need to get out of the area, the idea is that they can run away and not collide into each other. It doesn't always work like that, sometimes they do collide, but it is the thought that counts. And these animals with very large horns coming up on our right hand side. It's called a collie cattle. And their horns do look very heavy, right? They're not as heavy as they look. Now they have somewhat like a honeycomb-like structure throughout them, which allows blood to circulate throughout it and act as a cooling system. The blood will leave the body, go into those horns, cool down, and go right back into the body. And from tip to tip from each horn, they can be about 6 feet apart. Very massive horns. But they can only weigh up to about 15 pounds. Now actually one of my favorite things. When they like get itch on their back, they just tilt their heads back a little bit to scratch it with their horns. It's actually really cute. Now these two large trees that are leaf buds coming up on both sides of us, these are called baobab trees, also called the tree of life. Now they go leaf buds for about 9 months out of the year in order to conserve water. Larger animals such as rhinos and elephants will either poke holes in these tree trunks or rip off the bark completely to get water from it during droughts. Because these tree trunks hold thousands and thousands of gallons of water in them, which is how they get the nickname the Tree of Life.
Wow.
Now I do believe I see some elephants coming up on our left-hand side. They're a little hard to see. At nighttime, I like to play this game called Elephant or Rock. If it moves, it's an elephant. If it doesn't move, can you take a guess?
It's a rock.
It can still be an elephant. Sometimes they don't move that much. Now our conservation team discovered that elephants are surprisingly terrified of bees, and because of their very large ears, they can hear them from about a mile away. So we have farmers in Kenya put beehive fences around their harvest to protect it from the crop-eating elephants. So the farmers benefit from their harvest as well as the sales of the honey, while the elephants also benefit because they are not being harmed in any way by the farmers who just try to protect their land. So it is a win-win situation. There's another one of those baobab trees. Once again, the Tree of Life. Now on this island, these are called the greater flamingo. Now they're the largest and lightest color of the flamingos. Although they are born gray, they get their pink coloration from their diet, specifically from a protein called beta-carotene, which is found in shrimp. Now a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance, and this is somewhat of a smaller flamboyance, so you can usually find them in thousands. When they sleep, they usually do sleep standing on one foot with their heads tucked into their backs, follow that one foot sticking out of the water to regulate their body temperature. So make sure they don't get too hot or too cold. So let's keep on going, friends. Let's see what other cool animals we can find throughout the savannah. If you take a look on your left-hand side, there's some poachers up in here. I see some rhino horns as well as some elephant tusks. That's very sad. About 96 elephants are poached every single day for their beautiful ivory tusks. And it's very hard to come back from a number like that because an elephant's pregnancy is about 2 years long and they're already endangered. But you can help out by simply not purchasing anything ivory. I know it's a very small change in your life, but friends, as long as we all do not purchase ivory, they can live long, long lives and they will not be poached. Currently, they are living longer in captivity than rather out in the wild. Very sad. Now this rock formation we're going around is called a Kobe rock formation. Large predators love to hang around here. They like to get up high, keep an eye on their territory, make sure there are no unwanted guests in the area. So let's see if we can find any of these animals up here. Oh, speaking of, I see 3 lions up on the Kobe. And that's the male with the mane, and that mane can up to about 10 pounds. Now the females are the ones that do the hunting. While the males hang back all day, protecting their territory, kind of like a stay-at-home dad. Hang out with the cubs as well. Now they rest about 16 to 20 hours out of the day. I'm jealous. I wish I could do that. Sadly, I can't. But they're most active during morning hours and at nighttime, so you can usually hear them talk a little bit. But when they do their full roar, you can hear it from 5 miles away. Now they can see as well as we can during the day, but at nighttime their eyesight is increased by 6 times. They also have padded paws, which give them more of a styled approach, and their ears move in all different directions. So they're literally built for hunting, but even with all this going for them, about 1 out of 15 hunts are successful. Very beautiful animals. Directly next to us on our right hand side there's like a white bullseye on their hindquarters. Those are called water buck. And they drink a very large amount of water, so it keeps you from the mineral watering source. But their fur will give off an oily, smelly substance, which will actually waterproof their coats and give off a smell to the other water buck know that they're in the area. A little bit further back there though, you see 2 small brown antelope with horns and white faces, bellies, legs, and hindquarters. Those are called Bonnebuck. I love them for 2 reasons. First of all, it's fun to say, Bonnebuck. Second of all, there's a great story behind them. Now, in the early 20th century, there were 20 Bonnebuck left in the entire world. That's less than the amount of people on this truck right now, just to give you an idea. But they were being poached for their beautiful coats, which are more of a brownish color with a purplish sheen, which was high fashion back in the day. But farmers realized that their numbers were decreasing rapidly, so they decided to protect them on their territory, so they can come back in numbers. Now, it's nearly impossible to come back from a number like 20, but they're making excellent progress. They should be extinct right now, but considering there's about 3,000 in the world now, in a matter of 100 years, it's pretty impressive. So I love those little Bonnebuck. Here we are in Magadi Glen. We just left the savannah. We're in the final part of our reserve. Now, those 2 birds on our left-hand side, those are called yellow-billed storks. Can anyone guess where they get their name from? They're yellow bills. Very creative name, I know. But they're very carnivorous and will basically eat anything that jumps around them, including frogs, snakes, insects, fish, smaller birds. They're really not that picky of eaters. They'll basically eat whoever fits the bill. Get it? Yellow bill storks the bill. That was my joke for the day. Alright, friends. So we're heading back to the boarding post. We survived this safari. Go us. Now, I would like to say Asante Sana, which means thank you. So thank you so much for joining me on my Smart City. You're all so wonderful to have. Once again, my name is Allison. Now, if you did not see an animal that you want to see today, come back on another safari, because no 2 safaris are exactly the same. The animals definitely do make sure of that. Now, if you'd like to help out with our conservation efforts at all, we have this wonderful program called the Disney Conservation Fund, where you can go to any of the shops back in the village, and if you choose to, you can donate money and Disney will match it. So if you donate $5, Disney will donate $5. So I think that's pretty neat. Now, it was a very bumpy ride, so some things fell out of your pockets. I'm going to put the floor lights on for you, so you can gather all personal belongings, phones, wallets, keys, small children. I'm not the best babysitter. Also, watch your step while exiting the truck. It's a little bit of a drop-off. So if anyone has any questions for me, feel free to come up to me at the end of the safari. My windows are always open. Literally, they are always open. Even when it's raining, I don't have much of a choice when it comes to that. You're welcome. Aw, thank you, friends. Thank you. I really appreciate it.